Good evening on the world news tonight from Babagbagude Imo Television. First, the headlines. Our policies yielding big results. CBN governor says $1 billion came into Nigerian market in days. CBN to stop giving over 10 trillion naira to FG as naira gets weaker. Serap urges PDP, Labour Party, House of Reps members to reject APC's repressive NGO bill. We may seal our borders again to bring down food prices, Agri Minister tells Senate. Agreement reached with Labour can't be implemented at once, FG. On sport, we will lift AFCON trophy for you. Super Eagles pay tribute to deceased fans. I am Maurire Rebila Lawal, the news in detail. The governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, Yemi Cardoso, says the measures taken so far by the Apex Bank to stabilize foreign exchange rates have started yielding positive results. He noted that these measures would help to stabilize the foreign exchange rate and minimize the distortion that high exchange has on inflation, as they are closely related. Cardoso will disclose these during a briefing of Joint Committee on Finance, Banking, Insurance and Financial Institutions on Friday, said that $1 billion has come into the Nigerian market in the past few days through the CBN interventions. For example, upward of the past few days, we have had over $1 billion that has come into the market, and this, quite frankly, has answered the question of if our policies are working, Cardoso said. The CBN chief said, with the numbers available, he can say that the market has been responding to the policies they have put in place. Governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, Olayemi Cardoso, announced on Friday that the Apex Bank would cease granting ways and means advances to the federal government until the outstanding balance is settled. Additionally, the CBN revealed it had put an end to quasi-fiscal measures accounting and amounting to over 10 trillion naira, previously disguised as development finance interventions. Cardoso made these declarations during his appearance before the Joint Committee on Banking, Insurance and Other Financial Institutions, Finance and National Planning, addressing crucial concerns regarding exchange rate and inflationary pressures in the country. Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Olawale Edun, alongside the Minister of Budget and National Planning, Atiku Bagudu, and the Minister of Agriculture, Abubakar Kyari, were also present at the interactive session with the lawmakers. Cardoso emphasized that the adherence to the repayment of the outstanding balance of the Ways and Means advances was crucial in combating inflation in the country. The bank is no longer at liberty to grant further Ways and Means advances to the federal government until the outstanding balances are, as of December 31, 2023, is fully settled. Furthermore, Cardoso highlighted the occasion of quasi-fiscal measures amounting to over 10 trillion naira by the CBN, which previously contributed to the excessive naira liquidity and inflationary pressures. A civil organization, the Social Economic Rights and Accountability Project, has asked members of the Labour Party, People Democratic Party, and the House of Representatives to reject the repressive NGO bill. Serap expressed worry that the bill had been reintroduced by President Bola Tinubu's administration to crack down on human rights and civil society organizations in the country. The group, in the post on its ex-handle, threatened to take legal action if the bill is passed into law. The House of Representatives commenced debate on the controversial NGO bill on Thursday. The presentation of the debate was led by Sada Soli, a member of the ruling All Progressive Congress in Katsina State. Soli is a sponsor of the bill, which seeks to establish the legislative framework to regulate the activities of NGOs and civil society organizations. Also in June 2016, Umar Buba Jibril sponsored the NGO bill, which was introduced to enlarge governmental power to regulate and monitor the funding and operation of NGOs and CSOs. The Minister of Agriculture, Food and Security, Senator Abubakar Kyari, has revealed that Nigeria's borders may be sealed as part of effort to bring down high prices of food. Kyari asserted these in Abuja during a Senate meeting with the nation's economic team to address the rising inflation and cost of living in the country. At the meeting, the minister attributed the surge in food inflation to the porosity of the borders. This meeting came after Nigerians took to the street and blocked major roads in some states in demonstration of their frustration against the rising cost of living in the country. However, the minister said smuggling of agricultural products by foreign investors was a key driver of food insecurity. A lot of investors, be it Indians, Chinese, Turkey, and Britain in the country, buy our crops that are sold outside like soybeans and sesame. They buy them at exorbitant prices just to earn foreign exchange when they go out there and sell them. But the bad thing about it is that most of this money is not repatriated to Nigeria. However, he noted that it is faced with economic challenges that must be tackled if it defies all monetary and fiscal policies by the Central Bank of Nigeria and Ministry of Finance. Moving on to the next story, the federal government has said some of the agreements it reached with the members of the organized labor during the October 2023 negotiation meeting are not implementable immediately. The government specifically explained that one of the agreements, which is setting up of conversion centers for compressed natural gas (CNG), would take some time before it materialized, stressing that the committee handling it had gone far. Information reported how both leaders of the organized labor and the representative of government entered into a memorandum of understanding on October 2nd, 2023, after a 16-point agreement was reached. The agreement was for the government to address the suffering of the masses emanating from fuel subsidy removal and find a lasting solution to the devaluation of naira, inflation, insecurity, among others. Moving on. Professor Cyril Indifon, the suspended dean of the Faculty of Law at the University of Calabar, has been released on bail by an Abuja Federal High Court. Also granted bail is his legal representative Sonny Anyang, who faces charges alongside Indifon from the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission. The professor and his lawyer are undergoing trial on 4 amended charges, including allegations of sexual harassment and obstruction of justice. Anyang's bail was set at 50 million naira with 2 sureties, while Indifon's bail stands at 250 million naira, also with 2 sureties. Justice James Omotosho, the trial judge who decided their bail request on Friday, February 9, said bail is granted to the first defendant in the sum of 250 million naira with 2 sureties who own properties within FCT within a minimum valuation of 150 million. The first defendant and his 2 sureties must submit their bank statement. The first defendant must submit his international passport to the court. The second defendant is granted bail in the sum of 50 million naira with 2 sureties who will submit their bank statement. The defendant must file an undertaking not to interfere with the case, readiness to attend trial, and not to cause delay. Justice Omotosho adjourned the matter till Monday for the continuation of the hearing. And to the next story. The Southwest Fulani chiefs have expressed their deep concern over the tragic killings of Ekiti traditional rulers. They called for immediate action to address these acts of violence. The chairman of the Southwest Council of Fulani Chiefs and Serkin Fulani of Lagos, Alhaji Mohammed Abubakar Bambado II, in a statement issued on Thursday said, it is worrisome to see criminal acts escalate to the point of causing ethnic tensions. He added, we also want to address this quick judgment some way have towards other ethnic groups based on media report of criminal activities. It is important to remember that crime does not belong to any particular group. Just as there have been criminals identified as members from other tribes, it is unfair to single out the Fulani community in cases of crimes in a way that suggests profiling them as if they are good for nothing than criminality. Ethnic profiling is not a solution to our security challenges. It is the responsibility of the authorities to enforce the law impartially. The recent accusations and media portrayal of the Fulani community in the wake of crimes in the Southwest are concerning. We urge everyone to refrain from jumping to conclusions without evidence and to work towards unity rather than division. You are still watching the world news from BGI TV. A resident who spoke on condition of anonymity on Thursday said that she got to know about the incident when in our community and discovered that people started asking if people at Igelaro were safe. After asking around, we learned that the gunmen attacked the area and killed 2 persons and also kidnapped some persons. It happened at the area which is part of Ijede in Ikorodu. In a video seen by correspondent, a male voice is heard raising the alarm about the incident. The yet to be identified male disclosed that the incident had just happened. Kidnapping is happening right now at Alagamo, as in what indicated that the abducted victim was a female visitor in the area. The male adult was heard asking a motorcycle rider if she knew whom the victim could have come to visit in the area. The bikeman who confirmed that He brought the woman to the community, said he knew who she visited. Confirming the incident on Thursday, the State Police Public Relations Officer, Benjamin Udain, told correspondent that the incident took place around 11 a.m. at Igere in Ikorodu. Moving on to foreign. Former U.S. President Donald Trump has won Republican presidential nominating caucuses in Nevada and the U.S. Virgin Islands on Thursday, moving closer to becoming his party White House standard bearer in a likely general election rematch with U.S. President Joe Biden in November. Trump, the frontrunner in the party's nominating race, was the only major candidate competing in Nevada's caucuses and was set to win the state's 26th delegate to the party's nominating convention in July after being projected the winner on Thursday night by Edison Research. Earlier on Thursday, Trump easily won the U.S. Virgin Island caucuses, adding 4 to his delegate haul. The former U.S. president won 182 votes, or 74% of the 246 votes cast there, beating his latest remaining rival in the Republican race, Nikki Haley, who won 26% support with 64 votes. The Nevada caucuses, organized by Trump-friendly Nevada Republican Party, came 2 days after a state-run primary election, which saw a humiliating defeat for Haley. Despite being the only major candidate on Tuesday's Republican primary ballot, Haley was still randomly defeated after tens of thousands of Trump supporters turned out to mark their ballot with none of these candidates, an option which garnered 63% of the vote to Haley's 30%. Finally, sports. The Super Eagles have paid tribute to those who died while watching the Wednesday AFCON semi-final match between Nigeria and South Africa. Yesterday, we lost 4 good Nigerians because of the game and all a minute silence. They need our support right now, and inshallah, on Sunday, we are going to lift that trophy for them. The captain of the Nigerian team, Ahmed Musa, said in a short video while calling for support for the deceased families. No fewer than 4 persons died Wednesday night while watching the semi-final match, of which one of was former executive director of the Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC, Cairo Ojogbo. The video also showed the coach Joseph Pesero and members of his coaching staff holding a minute silence in their honor. With that sports story, we've come to the end of today's world news. Before we go, some headlines. Our policies yielding big results. CBN governor says $1 billion came into Nigerian market in days. CBN to stop giving over 10 trillion naira to FG as naira gets weaker. Serap urges PDP, Labour Party, House of Representative members to reject APC repressive NGO bill. We may seal our borders again to bring down food prices, Agri Minister tells Senate. Agreement which Labour can't be implemented at once, FG. On sport, we will lift AFCON trophy for you. Super Eagles pay tribute to deceased France. For update of our broadcast on YouTube, our handle is Baba Bagede Imo Television. On Facebook, Bagede Imo with Alawi Adebayo. Please like and follow the page. Thank you for watching. I am Moribe Rabila Lawal.